I'm Rob the commentator bot. Bring it on. Let's get this qualifying session underway here at Oulton Park, International Hislops.
We're about to witness some serious heart as they battle it out for a chance at the front of the starting grid.
A mesmerizing display from Martin Tuip in this qualifying session. They have left everyone in awe with their speed and precision. Currently leading the pack, they are setting the standard and sending a clear message to their competitors.
Spot-on analysis, Rob. Martin Tuip is currently in a dominant position, setting the standard for their rivals. Their consistent and impressive performance is setting them up for a strong starting position.
Welcome to Great Britain, where the sun is shining and the engines are revving for today's race at Oulton Park, International Hislops. Rob Keane will lead the way from pole position.
But they can't let that advantage go to waste. They will need to stay focused and keep their eyes on the prize.
Jack M team is second.
They are in a good place to mount a good challenge come the first corner.
Watch out for Sunrider, starting from the third grid position in today's race.
Another good start for the German driver.
It's Superman, sitting comfortably in fourth.
Big things expected for Superman today.
Taking off from the fifth grid slot is the skilled driver, Richard Rossier. Megasaurus 55 is lining up sixth. Lining up in seventh is Eddie G. McDougall has qualified eighth.
But they can't afford to be complacent. This is race day, after all.
Starting from ninth on the grid is a good position for Vical Hyper to launch an attack. D-Max is placed in 10th. Mr. Bang has some work to do from 11th on the grid, but they're not out of the race yet. Starting from 12th on the grid is a tough ask for Puppy Dog from Hell, but they're up for the challenge. Starting from 13th on the grid is a decent position for Roby, all things considered.
They have the talent to make their way to the front of the pack.
Martin Tuip may not be starting from pole, but they're still in with a shot. The starting signal has been given, and the drivers face the uncertainty of the first lap. With cars packed tightly together, the potential for spins or collisions is high.
This opening stretch, it's like walking on eggshells. Gotta weave and dodge, all while keeping your foot on the gas.
So Rob Always Keane's decided to play it cool, eh? Holding onto one like a croc with a juicy steak. Just sizing up the competition, I reckon.
It's always intense racing. International Hislops, hold on to your hats, folks.
The stewards will be hoping that there aren't too many incidents for them to pick over when the dust settles on this one.
The first lap can always be a bit of a bun fight as everyone tries to establish themselves. It's easy for inexperienced racers to blow it in T1.
This is going to be one hell of a race, I can already feel it.
I am so excited at the prospects for this race. I can't wait to see the drama unfold.
Isn't it a sight? McDougall hanging tight at 8th. Maybe they're waiting for everyone else to make their move. Smart as a whip, that one.
Well, butter my cornbread, McDougall's playing it cool and steady. Maybe they're just enjoying the beautiful converted laser scan from ACF here at Oulton Park, International Hislops. Can't blame them.
McDougall and Eddie G have a gap between them that's growing like Jack's beanstalk. We're talking 0.3 seconds now. Oh dear, McDougall has dropped down to 9th. Things are heating up as Vical Hyper closes in on Puppy Dog from Hell. The gap between them is down to practically nothing.
Oi, Rob, wouldn't want to be in Puppy Dog from Hell's shoes right now, would y'all? Talk about a pressure cooker situation.
You know, Puppy Dog from Hell's holding off Vical Hyper like a croc defending its territory.
paw, and over here, we'd say they're guarding like an eagle protecting its nest. It's an intense race between these two drivers, and Bacal Hyper is going to have to try something here.
It's all eyes on this battle as Superman in third tries to hold off the challenge of Sunrider. Things are getting spicy as Megasaurus 55 is breathing down Sunrider's neck. The gap? Mate, you couldn't slide a credit card between them. It's a close race between Roby and Puppy Dog from Hell in 10th. Alright, hold your horses. Mr. Bang is really putting the heat on Roby. If I were Roby, I'd be checking those mirrors non-stop.
Well, isn't this a showdown? Mr. Bang's right on the tail of Robbie. Eyes peeled as they approach Hilltop, folks.
Crikey, Mr. Bang is losing touch with Roby quicker than a kangaroo on a trampoline. Now, that's what I'm talking about. Sunrider is proper nipping at Superman's heels. Are they thinking of making a lunge? Only time will tell. A strategic misstep perhaps? Sunrider's place has shifted to 5th. The plot thickens.
That's got to hurt. Sunrider will be kicking themselves right now.
Tough break for Sunrider, who has just lost a position.
Well, slap my knee and call it a dance. Sunrider's taken a little sidestep there.
Roby is looking to take advantage of that aero as they get in range of Mr. Bang. That's gonna give him the pull they need to mount a challenge very soon.
Man, Mr. Bang's defense is tighter than a quarterback sneak in the final seconds.
Righto, and here, it's looking like a cricket bowler defending the last wicket. It's an intense battle for position as D-Max tries to outmaneuver Eddie G. This is edge of your seat racing.
Hey Rob, ever seen a cat toy with a mouse? Kind of feels like what DMAX is doing to Eddie G right now, doesn't it?
This is what it's all about, folks. Mr. Bang is in hot pursuit of Roby, who's just trying to stay ahead.
Rob, last time I saw Mr. Bang this riled up, there were sparks flying off the track. Get ready for a showdown.
An impressive showing from Mr. Bang, who has gained positions and left Roby in the dust. Oh my, Roby is hot on the tail of Mr. Bang. As they come into Hislops, I'm sure they may have a cheeky peek up the inside. Looks like that's a mistake from Jack M Team. This could be costly.
Feels like Jack M Team's car turned into a stubborn mule for a second there at Oulton Park, International Hislops.
The tension is palpable. Who will come out on top in this epic showdown?
Honestly, Rob, with this chase, I'm half expecting to see some sneaky dive bombs in the next few laps. Popcorn ready?
Blimey, Sunrider veered off the track like I veer away from commitment. Maybe they'll come back, unlike my ex. As they speed through Shell Oil's corner, Superman is relentlessly pursuing Jack M Team in a high-stakes battle for position. It seems like Superman has got the bit between their teeth, improving on Jack M Team's lap time there.
The question is now, can Jack M Team respond to that in kind? They're going to have to pick up the pace.
Did you ever think about the physics at play here? The G-forces these drivers feel, especially during tight corners. It's mind-boggling.
Absolutely, Rob. And it's not just the car's engineering, but the human body's resilience and adaptability. The way these drivers train to withstand and use those forces to their advantage. It's an art form combined with sheer grit.
No room for error here. Megasaurus 55 is breathing down the neck of Superman, waiting for the perfect chance to make their move.
If this battle ends in tears, it could be like watching a high-speed domino effect, but let's hope they keep it clean and avoid any unplanned games.
By crikey, Megasaurus 55, what have you been feeding that car? Must have been some of that premium kangaroo juice. Hold on to your hats, folks. Mr. Bang is right on the heels of Puppy Dog from Hell, and we're in for a wild ride. It's like watching two predators circling each other, waiting for the perfect moment to pounce. It seems like Megasaurus 55 is struggling. They are not able to maintain their pace. Alright, lads and ladies, it's crunch time. Mr. Bang is sniffing around Puppy Dog from Hell like a dog with a bone. And it looks like they might just take a bite out of 10th. Mr. Bang seems to be losing the plot with Puppy Dog from Hell. They'll need to buck up their ideas as they dive into Britain's and aim for a ripper exit to gain some ground. The intensity is off the charts as Megasaurus 55 hounds Superman, both drivers pushing themselves to the absolute limit.
Hot diggity, Megasaurus 55's on Superman's tail tighter than bark on a tree. As they zoom into Lodge Corner, I'm on the edge of my seat.
Megasaurus 55's falling behind Superman at a rate of knots. They're going to need some serious pedal power to close the gap. Coming into Lakeside, the fight for 10th is heating up. Who will be the first to blink? The gap between Mr. Bang and Puppy Dog from Hell is expanding faster than a bull's waistline. It's now a whopping 0.5 seconds. The gap between Megasaurus 55 and Superman is razor thin as they vie for third in this nail-biting contest.
These two are putting on a masterclass in precision driving. Every turn, every acceleration, calculated to perfection.
Oh, talk about a tango on tarmac. Mr. Bang is dancing closer and closer to Puppy Dog from Hell. You can feel the tension as they approach Lodge Corner. Oi, Mr. Bang's chassis balance is on point today. They're handling bumps and curbs smoother than a croc sliding into water. Puppy Dog from Hell's got a battle ahead.
The way Mr. Bang's conserving their energy while managing the ERS deployment? Pure artistry. They're sneaking up on Puppy Dog from Hell like a quiet storm.
The best laid plans of mice and men are hell, but it's certainly not going to plan for Superman right now as they are struggling to keep up with Jack M team. Oh, this is getting intense. D-Max is just behind Eddie G.
And it's not just about skill and talent. It's about who has the nerves of steel to handle the pressure and make the right decisions at the right time.
The fans are on the edge of their seats. It doesn't get any closer than this. Someone should tell Mr. Bang this ain't a Sunday drive. McDougal's tearing up the track.
If this were chess, I'd say McDougal just put Mr. Bang in check. Brilliant move.
I tell you, mate, the tech in these cars would outshine any gizmo you'd find in a Sydney cafe.
As long as it doesn't make my morning coffee, I'm good. But yeah, the tech here is like something out of Silicon Valley.
This is what racing is all about. Two fierce competitors pushing each other to the limit.
With the way McDougal is stalking Puppy Dog from hell, you'd think they're trying to figure out what they had for breakfast this morning.
This is what high-octane racing looks like. Mr. Bang is breathing down the neck of McDougal, not giving him any room to relax. Mr. Bang needs to get more consistent. Hal, they have just put in a slower lap than McDougal.
Well, Mr. Bang's got their britches in a twist. McDougal is riding the gravy train with biscuit wheels, I tell ya.
Sometimes, I feel the strategy behind these races is deeper than a conversation at 3 a.m. in an outback pub.
You're telling me, it's like planning a family reunion in a small southern town. You've got to consider who's coming, who's feuding, and who's gonna cause a ruckus. Then prepare for it all to change in a heartbeat.
Wow, McDougal is really pushing hard to catch up to Puppy Dog from hell. There's blood in the water for 10th place.
As an experienced driver, I can tell you that McDougal must be laser focused on Puppy Dog from hell's every move, looking for the slightest weakness to exploit.
It's neck and neck, the closest battle we've seen in a while.
And the drivers know it too, Rob. They're giving it everything they've got, and you can see them pushing the limits of the car's capabilities.
It's a tale of two drivers right now, with Sunrider gaining places and D-Max losing them.
Absolutely, Rob. But there's still a long way to go in this race, and Sunrider can't afford to get complacent. They have to keep driving with intensity and focus.
Blimey, McDougal is closing in on Puppy Dog from hell like they owe them money. This duel is going to light up the avenue.
You know, Rob, I wouldn't put it past McDougal to pull a rabbit out of the hat in this duel. Keep those eyes peeled.
Oh dear, Megasaurus 55 has had an incident.
Well, slap my head and call me silly. Megasaurus 55 just made a doozy of a blunder.
The adrenaline is pumping as Mr. Bang gets within striking distance of McDougal in their race for 11th. The action is non-stop as McDougal shadows Puppy Dog from hell through every twist and turn, determined to claim 10th.
McDougal is so close to Puppy Dog from hell that if this were a dance floor, they'd be doing the tango. Did we just witness a gambit?
It seems McDougal is recalibrating, now at 12th.
It's a nuanced game, isn't it? McDougal's position change might very well be a part.
Stop the press, stone the crows. Puppy Dog from hell's off in the bush again. Someone get him a map and compass.
Dang. Puppy Dog from hell went off like my sense of self-worth after my high school reunion. And just as hard to recover.
Hang on to your cork hats, mates. We're about to see more jousting than a footy final between Superman and Jack M Team.
Lukey here. Superman's got the optimal differential settings, allowing for tighter corner exits. It's like watching a cat chase a laser pointer when they chase Jack M Team.
It's a game of inches now as Puppy Dog from hell tails McDougal closely, ready to capitalize on any mistake.
It's a battle for position as Puppy Dog from hell tries to make a move on McDougal. This is what racing is all about.
Gee whiz, Sunrider is breathing down Ed Egg's neck. Wouldn't want to be in Ed Egg's rearview mirror right now. It's getting crowded.
It's a thrilling battle for position as these two drivers give it their all. Who will come out on top? This is racing at its finest.
This is where legends are made. Which driver will rise to the occasion and claim victory? The crowd is on its feet as Sunrider chases down Eddie G through Old Hall Corner.
They say rubbing is racing, but if Sunrider gets too close, they might end up trading carbon fiber souvenirs instead of positions.
Things are heating up as Mr. Bang closes in on Puppy Dog from Hell. The gap between them is down to practically nothing. Hold on to your hats. Sunrider is gunning for Eddie G. Reckon we might see some cheeky moves on the next bend?
If Sunrider pushes too hard, they might find themselves exploring the scenic route, and nobody's got time for sightseeing during a race.
We got a close battle as Mr. Bang closes in on Puppy Dog from Hell. These engines aren't just humming for fun. They're thirstier than an Aussie after a game of cricket in the sun.
Cricket? That's like baseball with longer games, right? Anyway, these engines do have a roar that could rival any muscle car back home.
Now isn't this a show? Sunrider's gotten the bit between their teeth, and they're reeling in Eddie G. Look at him weave and bob through Druid's Corner, folks.
You know what they say, keep your friends close, and your racing rivals even closer. Looks like Sunrider is taking that advice to heart today.
That won't be ideal for Sanya Banks.
Lord have mercy, Sonia Banks must have seen a ghost or thought they spotted Bigfoot. That was one wild turn.
Seems like Superman is getting in range of Jack M team. Alright, hold your horses. Sunrider is really putting the heat on Eddie G. If I were Eddie G, I'd be checking those mirrors non-stop.
Should things go south between Sunrider and Eddie G, we might witness a high-speed game of bumper cars, but trust me, it's way less fun with real race cars.
Superman is trying their best, but can't seem to find the pace to keep up with Jack M team at the moment. Wow, Rob Always Keen is really pushing hard in these final moments of the race.
That's an impressive burst of speed. It's all but said and done now.
What a win! This is a historic moment for Keen, who put on a masterclass in driving today. What a display of skill and precision.
You could feel the tension building throughout the race, but Rob remained focused and in control. That's what separates the winners from the pack.
Jack M team never gave up, and they drove with heart and determination, ultimately securing a well-deserved second-place finish.
Brilliant. Jack M team showed great skill and determination to take second place.
Impressive drive from Superman to claim the final spot on the podium. Finishing 4th, 5th, and 6th is Richard Rossier, Eddie G, and Sunrider, with D-Max in 7th. Sanya Banks brings home 14th. Megasaurus 55 take 8th. The Cal Hyper claim 9th. Sir Yoga in 15th. In 10th, it's McDougall. 11th is Mr. Bang. Taking 12th is Puppy Dog from Hell. Thirteenth sees Roby. Welcome to Great Britain, where we're racing on home turf today. The drivers are ready to tear up the track at Oulton Park, International Hislops.
Absolutely, Oulton Park, International Hislops is known for producing some of the most thrilling races on the circuit. I'm sure the drivers are going to give it their all.
Starting from pole position is the perfect place for Rob Keane to launch an attack.
But they can't let their guard down. The other drivers will be gunning for them.
The second position belongs to Jack M team.
And they are looking to start the race on the medium's tire compound.
Sitting in third, it's Superman. Our fourth place starter, Richard Rossier, is poised to make a move towards the front. Starting from the fifth position on the grid, we have Eddie G. Sunrider is going to be starting from sixth. The seventh starting position belongs to D-Max, who will be looking to make up ground early on.
It's the medium's tire compounds for DMAX.
Our eighth place starter, Megasaurus 55, is a driver who knows how to make up ground on the track. In the middle of the pack, we have Vical Hyper starting from the ninth position on the grid.
They've got the heart of a lion, and they won't back down from a challenge.
As the engines roar to life, McDougall prepares to take off from the 10th position on the starting grid.
An opportunity for some good points today, but the others aren't going to make it easy.
Mr. Bang has got their work cut out for them starting from 11th on the grid. Starting from 12th on the grid is a bit of a mixed bag for Puppy Dog from Hell. Roby may have a bit of work to do starting from 13th on the grid. Sanya Banks is lining up 15th. Off they shoot, the race has found its cadence. Now, amongst this kinetic poetry, which driver will craft the most compelling first verse?
These racers gotta be both fierce and patient. Can't afford no slip-ups if they're aiming for that winner's circle.
It's a real fine line, pal.
Gonna be one heck of a first run, tell y'all that. Can't wait to see how this shakes out.
As the drivers get this race underway, let me give a shout out to the admin team at Assetto Corsa friends for making this all possible. Heroes one and all. It's brilliant to see such a full grid here today.
You know, sometimes the best strategy is to hold your cards close to your chest. Superman's sitting right there at 3, just watching the field unfold.
As the drivers prepare to take off, Superman sits in third place on the starting grid. Keane's pushing harder than a kangaroo in a boxing match, widening their lead over Jack M team. They've found their rhythm like a didgeridoo player in full swing.
You hit the nail on the head, Rob. They've got to keep their eyes on the prize and not let ego steer them off the track.
Let's talk about tyre degradation, Hal. How does it affect the car's handling, and what do drivers need to do to adapt to the changing conditions?
Tire degradation can significantly impact handling, Rob. As the tires wear, the grip reduces, and drivers need to adjust their braking points, cornering speeds, and throttle application to maintain control of the car.
Superman could be looking for a way up the inside of Jack M team. D-Max wants to close that gap with Megasaurus 55.
And they are poised to capitalize on any mistake, but who's going to make that mistake first?
Blimey, Superman is sticking to Jack M team like a kangaroo to her Joey. At this rate, they'll be side by side as they hit Hislops. Things are getting spicy as Megasaurus 55 is breathing down Ed Egg's neck. The gap? Mate, you couldn't slide a credit card between them. Not much room to breathe for Jack M team with Superman trailing so close. I reckon we'll see a move soon, especially at Warwick Bridge. This is what it's all about, folks. Mr. Bang is in hot pursuit of McDougal, who's just trying to stay ahead. Ripper of a move. Mr. Bang's not just in the race. They're owning it. Did they? 9th. Stone the Crows. Mr. Bang's on fire, surging ahead like there's a free round at the pub waiting. Hello, 7th.
It's like Mr. Bang had an extra shot of espresso or something, jetting up to 7th.
It's a close race between Megasaurus 55 and Vical Hyper in 9th. A great moment for Megasaurus 55, who has just gained a place and moved up the standings. Get ready, folks. With Sanya Banks tailing this close to Vical Hyper, Lakeside is about to become a hotspot.
It's a battle of nerves now. Who will make the first mistake? Sanya Banks or Vical Hyper? This is high-stakes racing.
No room for error here. Eddie G is breathing down the neck of Sanya Banks, waiting for the perfect chance to make their move. It's an intense battle for position as Puppy Dog from Hell tries to outmaneuver Roby. This is edge of your seat racing. Alright, lads and ladies, it's crunch time. D-Max is sniffing around McDougal like a dog with a bone, and it looks like they might just take a bite out of 7th. Well, I'd raise a toast to that move. Cheers to D-Max for nabbing 7th. Whoa there, Vical Hyper is sticking to Sanya Banks like glue. You reckon Sanya Banks is feeling the pressure? 'Cause I sure would. It's a battle of wills out there, each driver trying to outsmart and outmaneuver the other. It's looking good for D-Max, who has gained places and put some distance between themselves and Mr. Bang.
You see, it's moments like these that separate the champs from the chumps. And DMAX is looking every bit the champ today. Someone shook the board?
Seems so. DMAX has taken a slide, but knowing them, it's just a part of the dance. As they speed through Shell Oil's corner, Richard Rossier is relentlessly pursuing Superman in a high-stakes battle for position. Talk about intense. Superman is on Jack M Team's bumper. We're in for a treat as they approach Britons.
The only thing closer than Superman to Jack M Team right now is the paint on their cars. Talk about a close encounter.
Oh my, Vical Hyper is hot on the tail of Sanya Banks. As they come into Lakeside, I'm sure they may have a cheeky peek up the inside. Bloody hell, Vical Hyper's tearing up the tarmac and just snatched 13th. Makes you want to crack a cold one in celebration. Sorry to interrupt here, but whoops, Vical Hyper's taken more spins than a dead or alive record. The gap between McDougal and Mr. Bang is razor thin as they vie for 6th in this nail-biting contest.
Mate, if I had $1 for every time McDougal looked like overtaken, I'd be sipping mojitos on a beach right now.
Oh no, what's this? Looks like Sanya Banks is testing the off-road capabilities of their ride. Buckle up, Megasaurus 55 is all over Mr. Bang like a cheap suit. Are we about to see some wheel-to-wheel action?
Can they close up enough for a pass? I don't see it personally.
A brilliant maneuver from Megasaurus 55, who has just moved up the field.
Yes, Megasaurus 55 is driving with real focus and precision, and it's paying off.
Breaking alert, I don't think that's the fastest way around Oulton Park, International Hislops. Megasaurus 55 wants to get into Mr. Bang's slipstream.
They need to keep it on the black stuff. You don't get points for driving over weeds, not in this game.
Looks like Mr. Bang is legging it from Megasaurus 55. The gap's growing like a well-watered waddle as they zoom through Shell Oil's corner. Oh, this is getting intense. Superman is just behind Jack M Team. Now, that's what I'm talking about. Megasaurus 55 is proper nipping at Mr. Bang's heels. Are they thinking of making a lunge? Only time will tell.
You reckon Mr. Bang's sweating bullets yet, Rob? Because I'd be needing a towel by now with Megasaurus 55 right behind me.
It's like watching two predators circling each other, waiting for the perfect moment to pounce. It's a thrilling pursuit as Sunrider is right behind Richard Rossier, keeping the pressure on for 4th place.
As a former driver, I can tell you there's nothing quite like the adrenaline rush when you're this close to your rival, ready to make your move.
Fair dinkum, mate. Superman's got to pull their socks up. They're dawdling around like they're lost in the outback while Jack M Team's blazing the trail.
Well, tickle me pink. Superman's lap time ain't exactly lighting up the track. Jack M Team's making them eat dust like it's apple pie.
The tension is palpable. Who will come out on top in this epic showdown?
That's right. Mr. Bang is determined to pass McDougal and secure a higher position.
The intensity is off the charts as Eddie G hounds Roby, both drivers pushing themselves to the absolute limit.
A misjudgment by either driver could result in a close encounter of the tire barrier kind, and that's one handshake they'll want to avoid.
This is what racing is all about. Two fierce competitors pushing each other to the limit.
That's right, Rob. The pressure is palpable. The fans are on the edge of their seats, waiting to see who will come out on top in this epic showdown.
It looks like Superman is all over Jack and Team. I think they are gonna press him through the avenue and try and press for a mistake.
For sure, Rob, that's exactly what I would be doing here, as Jack M Team is going to be aware of them riding their bumper.
This is wheel-to-wheel racing at its finest. The drivers are practically glued together as they fight for every inch of track. It's a battle you don't want to miss.
You're absolutely right, Rob. The different strategies employed by these drivers add another layer of excitement. It's fascinating to see how they adapt their approach to gain a competitive edge.
It's a challenging situation for Mr. Bang. They're sandwiched but breaking update. Just like my hope in finding the one, Superman's direction seems a bit lost right now. It's a great day, and the tarmac's heating up, and these tires are getting a proper workout.
Speaking of which, tire management is such an underrated skill. Knowing when to push hard and when to conserve, it's like a strategic dance out there on the asphalt.
Gee whiz, Megasaurus 55 is breathing down Mr. Bang's neck. Wouldn't want to be in Mr. Bang's rearview mirror right now. It's getting crowded. It's a game of inches now as Sunrider tails Richard Rossier closely, ready to capitalize on any mistake.
One wrong move and we could see a spectacular new synchronized pirouette performance by Sunrider and Richard Rosier, though I doubt the judges would give them a perfect score.
The fans are on the edge of their seats. It doesn't get any closer than this. It's pedal to the metal for Megasaurus 55, while Mr. Bang's still flipping through the radio channels. So, when you were racing, ever have to do the old nature call dash during a red flag?
Haha, you mean a pit stop for the driver and not the car? Once or twice. You learn to time your drinks and hope for a long caution. Doesn't always work out though.
Watching the drivers handle their cars is like watching a croc handler at a wildlife show. There's a finesse to it. But one wrong move, and you're in a world of hurt.
Oh, for sure. It's like trying to rope a bull in a rodeo. It looks easy from the stands, but up close, it's all about skill, timing, and knowing when it's about to let go.
Hold on to your hats, folks. Sunrider is right on the heels of Richard Rosier, and we're in for a wild ride. Fair dinkum, Sunrider's finding those aerodynamic sweet spots. Could be adjusting that front wing angle to cut through the air like a hot knife through butter. This is where legends are made. Which driver will rise to the occasion and claim victory?
The slightest mistake from either driver could lead to a meeting with the barriers, and nobody wants an impromptu autograph session with the wall.
Look at this. Sunrider is practically drafting off Richard Rosier. With the gap this small, Cascades is going to be a... Hold on a moment. Crikey. D-Max thought they were on a boomerang's flight path. Only problem? Didn't come back.
Dang. DMAX was riding high, but that slip up. That's like tripping over your own shoelaces at the county fair.
Coming into Shell Oil's corner, the fight for third is heating up. Who will be the first to blink?
This is where the mental game comes into play. Who will keep their cool under pressure? Sunrider or Richard Rosier? It's anyone's race.
Struth, Sunrider's not here to muck about. The gap to Richard Rosier is dropping faster than a hot pie at the footy, now at 0.4 seconds. Richard Rosier has a battle on their hands now as they come through Clay Hill with Sunrider hot on their tail.
Sunrider's pushing harder than I did at the buffet last night. Hope Richard Rosier has a bit...
Breaking alert. Struth, Megasaurus 55's having a real dog's breakfast of a moment. Hold on to your hats. Eddie G is gunning for D-Max. Reckon we might see some cheeky moves on the next bend? Alright, hold your horses. Sunrider is really putting the heat on Richard Rosier. If I were Richard Rosier, I'd be checking those mirrors non-stop. Crikey, Sunrider's moving up faster than a cold one disappears on a hot day. They've clinched third.
Dang, if Sunrider keeps this up, we'll need to douse the track. Smokin' hot move to third.
During your racing career, Hal, how did you determine when it was the right time to pit for fresh tires due to tire degradation?
It was a combination of factors, Rob. Monitoring lap times, communicating with the team about tire wear, and assessing the car's handling were all crucial in deciding when to make a pit stop for fresh tires.
D-Max seems to be putting the pressure on Megasaurus 55. It's a dynamic landscape out there. DMAX's shift to 10th is testament to that. Megasaurus 55 wants to find a way round Puppy Dog from hell.
I might have said this before, but dog, bone, you know the rest.
Incredible. Sunrider is caught in a fierce battle, with Richard Rosier breathing down their neck 0.2 seconds away, and Jack M Team just ahead with a gap of 0.2 seconds. It's a test of their racing skills.
You're absolutely right, Rob. The gaps to the cars ahead and behind act as a measuring stick for Sunrider's performance. They'll have to keep a close eye on those gaps to stay in control of their race.
Jack M team appears to be losing ground on Sunrider. They will need to pick up the pace a bit as they head into Old Hall Corner and see if they can get a good exit and gain some ground. Things are heating up as D-Max closes in on Eddie G. The gap between them is down to practically nothing. Now isn't this a show? Richard Rossi has gotten a bit between their teeth and they're reeling in Jack M team. Look at him weave and bob through Island Bend, folks.
It's going to be a close one. Richard Rosier will have to push hard to create an opportunity.
Oi, Jack M team. Got a mirror? Cause Richard Rossi is closer than my unpaid pub tax.
It's like a good old North Carolina hoedown. Jack M team's trying to lead, but Richard Rosier is eager for a do-see-do.
It's neck and neck, the closest battle we've seen in a while. Jack M team appears to be trying to find a way round Sunrider. They could make a move on them in Lodge Corner. Wow, Richard Rossier is really pushing hard to catch up to Jack M team. There's blood in the water for third place.
This is what makes motor racing so exciting. The tension is high and the stakes are even higher. Who will take home the victory? It's too close to call.
Get ready, folks. With Eddie G tailing this close to Puppy Dog from Hell, Clay Hill is about to become a hotspot. You know, Rob, these pit stops always amaze me. Just a few seconds, and they change tires, refuel, adjust settings. It's like a well-choreographed dance.
Absolutely, and the precision. One slight misstep, and it could cost the race. It's an art and a testament to the pit crew's relentless training and coordination.
It's a close race between Richard Rossier and Jack M team in third.
At this rate, Richard Rosier and Jack M team are so close, they could share a cup of tea and a biscuit.
This is what it's all about, folks. Eddie G is in hot pursuit of Puppy Dog from Hell, who's just trying to stay ahead. The crowd is on its feet as Richard Rossier chases down Jack M team through Old Hall Corner. Bloody hell, Richard Rossier's got to get the wind back in their sails. They're mucking about while Jack M team's off having a barbie with the lead.
Daggum, Richard Rosier's spinning their wheels like a chicken with its head cut off. And Jack M team, like a kid in a candy store, leading the pack.
Things are getting spicy as Eddie G is breathing down Puppy Dog from Hell's neck. The gap, mate, you couldn't slide a credit card between them. It's like hold up a mo. Well, crikey. Puppy Dog from Hell's taken a detour just like I did when I tried to change my car's oil. Ended up with a flooded garage. Richard Rossier is on fire in the last sector. It may seem like Sunrider is far behind, but Rob can't afford to let their guard down. One mistake could give Sunrider an opening to catch up. The leader has done it. What an incredible performance from Rob, who is simply untouchable today. This is a race that will go down in the history books.
You can see the sheer determination on Rob's face as they take the win. That's the mark of a true champion, folks.
A nail-biting finish, but Sunrider claims second place.
Intense race, but Sunrider held their nerve and earned a great second place.
Excellent focus from Jack M team to secure a fantastic third place on the podium.
Impressive driving to secure that spot.
With Richard Rossier, Superman, Roby, and Vakal Hyper in 4th, 5th, 11th, and 12th. Sanya Banks end in 14th. McDougall brings home 6th. Followed by Mr. Bang in 7th. Eddie G in 8th. D-Max claim 9th. Puppy Dog from Hell take 10th. In 13th, it's Megasaurus 55. Taking 15th is Sir Yoga.